record. I switched to this other program, so I'm not sure. Testing the audio and both aspects of it, not just my voice. Yeah. Check. Apparently it is record. I switched to this other program, so I'm not sure. Testing the audio and both aspects of it, not just my voice. Okay, we have audio. So I'm already recording. I forgot to start the overlay because I'm doing things in a different order. It's not like this program gives me that big of an advantage. Since it's more popular, I expected it to be way cooler. In fact, I do have an alert box, but I think it works only with Twitch. It's supposed to be here, like a little cartoon zombie character pops out and congratulates whoever follows the screen. But it doesn't work with Facebook, so it's kind of useless. But still, it's the program that everyone uses. Starting the overlay, will soon be in the air. I tried to play this, didn't work. I don't know. I even rolled it back to a previous version, the one that should be the last stable one. Made no difference. I have like 20 frames per second when not streaming. If I stream, probably we grind to a start. Hey, James. Oh, your voice went all echoey. No, I know, man, I was testing. Then went back to normal. You changed something? Okay, good. No, I was testing the audio. You're playing, James, really? I'd love to play with you. I'm playing Sturmovik. DCS didn't run. I'll start Discord then. And of course I need He, Discord. You heard the echo because it was the actual echo while I was testing if everything was working correctly. I do it every time actually when I started. The other day I didn't do it and I streamed without audio. In practice I discovered it later. That's one problem that you have to look for when you're playing while streaming. And here it is. We don't need this. We do need this. We need Discord. I will go to Sturmovik. Check. Okay. And I can mute it in theory, but I'll never do it again. It's not needed. This is the one you sent me. Yeah, you were telling me in Sturmovik, no? When it says you have a rocket artillery objective and it's German, actually it's referring to this. Rocket artillery did exist back in the day, right, gents? In the German military. And it's the naval warfare. You know, I had heard the word, actually. So we were bombing some of these the other day when playing together. I'm not going to show too much of the video just in case I get copyright strided. But yeah, guys, if you're interested in it, it's called the naval warfare, and that's how you type it. And where's our Sturmovik? Here it is. Not zooming. Why isn't it zooming? Yeah, right. If I don't load the right profile of the He app, it will never zoom. So, like this. Yeah, and I think I do have the mute here. No, I don't. Okay, perfect. I was thinking of changing my controls. Now I won't do it while streaming because it might take a while. But actually it doesn't make really much sense that I handle the radiators with the wheel here, that is so easy to reach, and the RPM with the buttons that are so impractical. You see the servers took a bit of a hit in population. Well, okay, 27 is still playable. We might switch to single player if it really is at that time, but I don't think it will be needed. Besides, I don't want to play War Thunder twice. But my options are dwindling. I have fewer and fewer games working in VR every passing day. I don't know why. They changed something with Steam VR. Nothing ever works these days. Loading. I gotta make this wider so it can fit more chat. No reason not to. And actually I'll make it also longer. Yes. Perfect. Here's our Sturmovik. I mean, that's not a Sturmovik. Sturmovik, the game. So yeah, now the rally game works badly, DCS works badly, all we have left are World War II planes it seems, or I might switch to tracks. Maybe they want us all to help with the crisis by delivering stuff on tracks, even if virtually. At least this has improved its performance, look at that, 80 frames per second, that's good enough to play in 80 Hz mode. I would fly the Russians honestly, since yesterday we flew the Germans. But look at this, today we have more Russian players. And considering the low player number, I will go to Germany. Scott is here. Scott plays every day. Okay, Germany. Nova Jeselo, I guess. Ooh, the Focke-Wulf. Look at this, gents. We have the Focke-Wulf 190A5. We have the G8. No, I cannot play the G6. The Stuka. The big bomber is here. Everyone seems to spawn in the north, though. Huh? Let's go with the Pockwolf, since the other day I discovered how to take it off with it, and actually, yes, I have fun with the thing. How's the weather? The weather is green, meaning that I go with a green livery. There should be one. Yeah, this one. Pretty cool. Yeah. Why not be mimetic? Learn by nature and live by it. Additional cannons, because why the hell not? Unfortunately, you cannot carry the bombs. That's a shame, because this plane did carry bombs, as you very well know. Well. Finally, back in the cockpit. I was streaming this morning, You might have missed it, because I started later. Unfortunately, I had a small errand to do outside of the house, and it ended up being not small enough. Because of the virus, of course. You have to wait for anything these days in Italy. Anything, and sometimes you don't even solve the problem you intended to solve by actually exiting the house. Thus having to exit again. Ooh, look at this. Achtung, Haubernwurf. Well, I don't pronounce German, I won't even attempt to. This guy has a... I was going to say a snake motif on his plane, but actually it's more like a double S. Look at him spinning already. I gotta be careful, it's not the easiest thing to take off in the Focke-Wulf. Luckily now I know that if I pull the stick, it actually does lock the tail wheel, so okay. And unless you lock it, you're gonna have a bad time. So keep it pulled, indeed. Yeah, with the German planes you're supposed to turn on the ground mostly with the differential in any case, so I don't care for the wheel lock. Maybe once I'm actually on the runway I will unlock it. Actually it's a convenient way to do it by pulling the stick, you know? You can easily lock and unlock without going and pressing any additional lever or switch or whatever. Okay. So yes, our runway. I think it says don't step on the wing, because apparently everyone loved stepping on the wings of World War II planes. It's written on every damn single one, even the Japanese one has something in katakana that I think means that. I mean the zero that I've flown. Okay, release the tail wheel because at this speed it doesn't matter. And yes, it's a fairly light plane, it's not like you're using the entire runway to take off. Oh, what do we have here? I went with a fighter first. We might switch to the bomber later because I don't know the situation in the air. And also, yes, yesterday I discovered this one, gents, if you're still watching. Alt plus U, it changes the contrast and makes spotting a bit easier. You see? It's lighter. I think it's better, I don't know. Let's try, because spotting is by far and wide the hardest thing of this game, but you all guys know it very well. Look at the frame rate, I stay above, well, not by a long margin, but I stay above 40. Game sound is accurate. No, really, man? No. What do you mean? Let me check. Game sound is accurate. I might have a double source. I think so. Yeah. What about now? Check. Better? You tell me, James. You're my ears on the other side of the wire. Ooh, I lost it. Of course, I lost the overlay. It's because I switch program. Does it work now? I hope so. It would be a damn shame. Still echoey. And okay, we're moving toward the front. I don't know why it captures it twice. Okay, thank you. Probably that's the reason they were telling you you sounded like Darth Vader. It wasn't your fault, actually it was mine. They couldn't notice because with planes it's not so clear that you have an echo. Ooh, but on a voice you will hear it. The guy seems to be having some problems. Yeah, no, today performance is on the edge, not as good as yesterday. But I know why. I raised the resolution again. I guess I got overconfident. I gotta put it back to 90%. 100 is just too much. I mean, it makes sense. On the Oculus, this game used to run just barely. Here, with the higher resolution, you are bound to have some problems, especially while streaming. I think that's a bomber returning to base escorted by my friend, but I'm not 100% sure. It's not like that shape of the plane really screams German to me, eh? Actually, it looks a bit Russianish. It gives me an impression of Russianism. That's not German, what the hell? It's a Spitfire, isn't it? I'm actually putting myself behind a Spitfire. Ah, but it just crashed. Oh. It just crashed. No need to deal the finishing blow. Okay. I guess he was chasing the bomber, but the bomber won. He fought the low, but the low won. And the bomber was the low. Okay, let's climb. Well, I guess this is a plane that should stay way higher than I am currently. No need to waste ammo on a dead man, of course. Scotland is now he's typing in Russian. He normally uses TeamSpeak. Shall we go and say hello to them? We might play with the Russians for a while, I mean, since I am no wingman. It's a bit stressful to play with the Russians because you can understand only what is translated to you, not everything you hear. Yes, Bombardier has been killed. But it gives you a big advantage. It lets you know where they're hitting the targets at least, because you ask Scott, the only one that speaks English, and he tells you practice. Is the connection officer, the liaison, the in-between, what's the word? I think I saw some movement. No, it's buildings, okay. Oh, we have meters here. We have meters. 1,000 and a half. We gotta reach, well, in theory I should stay at 2,500 at the very least, so let's climb. It will be a bit of a long climb. I think the addition of guns makes the plane heavier by quite a bit, more than one would think actually. Performance is okay, but it's teetering a bit on the edge. Yeah. I lowered the resolution like I did yesterday. It doesn't make all that difference to go 90%. Okay, like this, 92 is the same. Actually, I don't even see the difference. And now I have, look at that, much better. 47, 50, it's worth it. It's worth it. Probably for streaming it's worth it many times, for many different games. I tried it with DCS, doesn't help. Doesn't help with 20 FPS. Oh, I'm overheated. This plane doesn't have a radiator. Ah no, actually it does have outlet cowl shutters. I'll be smoking like crazy at this temperature. No. Let's try to cool it off. It's making me overheating. Do you have anything else that I can open? No. What the heck is happening? Okay, it's cool. I got scared for a minute. Also, yeah, I should scout the surroundings because it's not impossible that I meet enemies here. I got scared. This game, when the plane misbehaves, you can't really ignore it. No, in any case, with DCS it's the usual annoying thing, the usual. Every single time they have a big update for a game, they ruin VR. There's no way they care. There just isn't enough of us. That's the main reason I stream. I want people to play simulators in VR, so eventually they might get better. For the time being, it's always an experience that seems to be like they're giving you a gift and they may take it away anytime, and you cannot really be angry for it. You can do nothing. You accept how it is, or you don't take it at all. Give or leave, take or leave. Now, what's the English? I'm getting mixed ideas because I try to speak in Italian while speaking in English. Doesn't work too well, but I think my meaning got across. What's my altitude now? 2 kilometers. And I think it completes the turn under. Okay, so it will be 2 kilometers and a quarter. 2 kilometers 250. Look at that. We have a contact. I wonder if he already spotted me. Seems to be diving. And I fucking lost it. And I know where it is. They're above a long line of objectives. If he was diving, he might have spotted a bomber, in which case I'd see the tracers. No anti-air is simply operating in the area right now. Not to go into the clouds. I'm more or less at the clouds where he was. Okay. Let's try to stay safe. I never like flying under the clouds in this game because I don't know why. In my opinion, some people can see through them, possibly due to their settings. I've had the experience of being spotted through the clouds in an illogical manner, and also, yes, I've done the same because VR actually sometimes lets you see through the clouds, so they're not a sure thing, just like War Thunder. You can see through the clouds alright in War Thunder as well. They appear to be sorta hard to correctly model. Attention, the enemy attacked the fortified area. 1407. 1407, I can't read the numbers, what the hell? Okay, to the north of here. Completely, oh, no. Gives you the impression that it's a plane, but actually no, it's the town with the road underneath. Okay, let's head for the fortified area. If they're attacking it, there will be bombers. While keeping the scout going in all directions. Okay, that's a contact. But it's a German plane. I could go with him, you know, if I don't lose it again. I think he's doing the same thing as me. He's also heading for the fortified area, but he's flying lower. And the clouds make it harder to follow him. Even on the chat they only type in Russian, it's incredible. It's almost like they don't care about having a larger player base, unfortunately. Not helping the game's cause at all. Well, after all, it is a Russian server. It's just that it's the only one. It's starting to get warm here. We're 8 kilometers to the fortified area. Let me try to understand its positioning better. Okay. To the right of a river. End of the river and to the right of it. And the enemy objective is right past the front line. It's over there. It's a bridge. That could be fun to bomb with a 110. We might do it. Since the fighter cover seems to be so lacking. I find no one. All clear. That's the river, and the fortified area would be probably that group of structures to the right. They look like tiny houses, but maybe once you get closer there is more sense to it. I'm afraid there might be fewer players than needed to actually achieve something on this server, but we'll see. One sortie we do for certain, and then maybe we look somewhere else to play. We'll see. The enemy bridge is destroyed, but not this one. The one in 2210, well, in any case, not this one. Yeah, the fortified area would be a group of tiny houses. I don't know who names these objectives. Ooh, I'm overheating again. No, he was just in combat mode, okay. That's the fortified area, but really? Entering the cloud cover. Let me try the other contrast setting. Like this is darker. This is bluish. Maybe darker is better. Let's try the in between. Yeah, we fight over the bridge, I guess. Since they destroyed the other bridge, they might be guarding this. Yeah, there's some bunkers. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck is that? No, really, what the heck is that? Looks like a glitch. Let me overfly the objective 1 sec. We might find someone that's attacking me. I have half an idea that I'm not using the maximum. No, I'm using the maximum level of zoom when I look around. Too few players. I think the minimum to play well on this server is 50. Unless you have 50, you end up looking and looking for people forever. Even with the quarantine. I thought with the quarantine I would find fuller servers. I guess since all players are Russians, they're not doing it yet. Another bridge has been destroyed. Everyone took interest in the bridge, but not the one in front of me, it seems. Destroyed a pontoon bridge. A pontoon bridge, that's a temporary bridge made with like inflated boats, I think. That's a pontoon. Is this, by the way? Can I destroy a bridge with my cannons? If it sucks, I mean, if it's made from wood, then it might be destroyed. I even brought the extra ones. It doesn't look like a very sturdy bridge. I think it's worth one pass. It might call the enemy to my location as well, which at this point is not so undesirable. I mean, if you're not guarding the objective. That's wooden, I think. Wishful thinking, yeah? I don't know. No, I was just bouncing. Did it even... No, not even the notice for the bridge under attack appeared. And also, yes, there's anti-air. I could in theory shoot the anti-air. No, but that's not anti-air, it's just a guy with a machine gun because he had a range of like 5 meters with it. So I was shooting in a useless manner, but him even worse. Let's go to the enemy airfield. We'll conclude it with a boom. We do the raid, or maybe intercept something along the way, and then eventually we might move to a different mode. No, because yes, the game is cool, but if the server is empty... Attention, the enemy attacked the advanced airfield. Requires a cover 2309. 23, that's the complete opposite of the map. It's too damn big. It's too damn big, that's just the truth of it. Now, if they're having action to the south, I might even go all the way to the enemy airfield and not find anyone. But I mean, let's try. In practice, I'm flying from the bridge, no, fortified area objective to the enemy airfield. It's very likely, no? If someone were going for it, that I should encounter him along the way. But James, this version of the Focke-Wulf doesn't have the concept of combat emergency mode. You just have to manage the tempo. It's like a Russian plane in practice. Surprisingly. I wonder if I can even... No, the mixture is not possible to set. Check the tumbler. Servers are populating though, huh? 3 people connected on my side. I guess. We'll see how it goes with the raid. What's the airfield? I can already see it. Okay, I'm now around half a minute away, approaching from the northeast of airfield. And airfield, the advanced one, it will mean the objective airfield, which is not in my location currently. I see no movement on that airfield. No, it has combat mode, no, it doesn't. That's the flare telling them that I'm coming. I'm going out. Might play when I get back. Maybe 30 minutes. Okay, man. Of course, I'll still be playing in 30 minutes. Yes. Together we can play on this server, I bet. There will be some action just for our proximity to make up for the duller moments. That packet plane could be a player. The ones inside the fortification, unfortunately not. Let's do the airfield raid, unless the anti-air destroys me, which is understandably pretty aggressive when you try to do this. Yes, yes, straight for the plane parked. The stream between is really annoying. Structural breakup. Bailout. Really? Doesn't look damaged at all. Speaking about structural breakup. Well, since I had some structural breakup. But, piece of detail. Was it probably from the... Yeah. The anti-air broke the tail first pass. I guess I might as well die firing. Yes, and this is what happens when you don't find the enemy, no? In the end, you self-destruct on the enemy airfield. That's not the way to do a raid, but let's see, it was a dead empty airfield. I didn't even kill that guy, it seems. Are we sure? Looked like I was eating pretty well. Well, apparently not. Look at him take off. Well, let me open the chat with the guys that are playing. They will be on TeamSpeak. I know perfectly where they will be. Okay. TeamSpeak. An update. Well, update it, I guess. We're updating everything these days. Maybe we run a bit better, because it runs absolutely like shit. Perhaps I should mute Discord. No, it's not going to bother the system at all. Let's spawn a plane in the meantime while it updates. Minimize. Okay. No victories. This sucks. So they're actually fighting for the airfield right now. No, the same airfield, but we go... I mean the airfield objective, but we go southeast. We go southeast, and since I'm not attacking on the ground, I would pick the Focke-Wulf again. But not the same one, that's two versions. I was going with the A5, I think. Let's go with the A8. Normally higher is better. Sturmjager, additional protection. No, that will make the plane heavier. Let's compare the performance of the two planes. What's happening with my cursor? Something wrong. I think, yeah, TeamSpeak has come to the forefront again, and then another stupid app started. Okay, this has to stay here. This has to go. We absolutely don't need it. Okay. And spawn this Focke-Wulf, and let's see to be more productive. But really, TeamSpeak is downloading still. What the heck is it downloading? How big is this app? How inefficient? Okay, ignition. This is the version of the Focke-Wulf that has the view centering bug. I'm like a dwarf. Look how how low I stand. I would have to play like this. So yeah, the only way is to center it wrong, downward. But of course, it's not the easiest thing to put it into a line. I don't know why they did it like this. It's usable. I mean, it's usable, but not ideal. If you do it like this, now it's worse. You have to... if you look downward, yeah, more or less it centers right. Now, you also have to lower the head. How stupid. I picked the other Focke-Wulf just to not have to deal with this. Okay, engine is starting. Because then, of course, no, I recentered the view to look backward, but actually that puts it out of alignment again. Okay, let me see what TeamSpeak is doing. It started. And we're going to the Russian TeamSpeak server. Yeah, Avia Skins. Avia Skins. Avia Skins. Non lo so. No idea. We are on German side. He's not here. No. Check, check. This mutes the... No, it doesn't mute it. What happened? I minimized everything. Okay. I need to be able to mute it, otherwise I won't be able to speak with you. For English-speaking pilots. Blue. Okay, I'm on blue side. Nothing happens. In any case, Lesnoy is not here, huh? So I don't know if these guys will speak my language. Well, the language I'm speaking. Hello? Hi.
Привет.
Hi, anyone speaking English? Hi.
Бернард, ты разговариваешь по-английски?
Pleased to meet you. Okay.
No, speak English.
Okay, thank you. Hi, anyone speaking English? No. I don't think so, because they're just... You know that if I stay there, I might advertise my presence, someone might come. Let's try. Okay, rolling. The only English-speaking one is Scott Lesnoy. Lesnoy, I don't know the pronunciation. Unless you see him, you're going to play along. Okay, rolling. Combat mode. 90%. Emergency mode. Come on. For being such a light airplane, I mean, this one takes longer to take off. Okay. Raise the gear. I tried to mute my microphone, but it did not. In theory, TeamSpeak tells you when you do. Come on, this one. Okay. Yes, I was supposed to go to the airfield. Let's do it. I'm like a dwarf sitting on the plane's seat. It's not like you can configure it in any way or reset it. No, that's the only way you're going to. But TeamSpeak also halves my performance, you see? I dip in below 40 now. Which I didn't without TeamSpeak. It's that bad. It's that bad of a software. Okay, wait. We got a closet. It's useless in any case. Auto level. And above 40. Well, not that big of a difference though. This time I want to do it right. I'll climb to 3000 and then see, or at least 2000 and a half. While moving toward the objective I intend to guard. If this is another uneventful sortie, I guess we'll play some single player or Berloga, one of the two. Maybe come back later here when James is here. Because together we can do it alone. Attention, the enemy is trying to interrupt the railway service. Requires cover on 2307 2410. There is a Rhines way. Railway station. Which number? 2307. Yeah, that's the place. Okay, we're going in the correct direction it seems. That's the reason I couldn't find anyone. They're all heading for this place. The server is filling up. Look at this. They're coming online now. No. This session has up. There are more people now. One kilometer 700. Takes some time to reach the operating altitude of this plane. And now, when it completes the, you see now, this is the instrument. When the hand points downward, you completed the turn. It completes downward, unlike the clock. And so, 2000. I'm overheating again. I don't remember overheating so often in this plane. What's changed? Ah, maybe it was a winter map the other time I flew it. And today I'm flying it like the other day, but this is warmer. So I gotta be careful. It also takes some time to actually cool off. That would be very bad to do it in combat. Someone is saying reduce RPM. Not to me, I think. No, this plane doesn't even reduce the RPM. That was caught. But it's not on chat, in fact, it's just text chatting to the... Okay. And the railway station, unfortunately, is gone. They destroyed it. Yeah. Let me see if I find the guilty part. Loading again. Okay, 2000, which is cloud altitude, it seems. It's always very accurate, no? With the position of the cloud, almost like at the mission creation someone said, cloud altitude 2000, in fact it's right there that you will find They're never 2000 and something. That's where they start, at least. But actually they were 2000 and a half, I think, because now that I'm there, I'm at clouds altitude. So that's where they set them. Someone's destroying the airfield ammo ramp. It doesn't tell me which airfield, but I think that since they already attacked the railway station, they will be going for it now. Which will be in front of me, 10 kilometers away. Let's see anything yet. It's actually pretty easy to make it center correctly. You just look downward when you center. It would be annoying if I have to do it in combat. Since I drifted from my intended route. Yeah. Yes, definitely, yeah, I see some hangars. They appear safe at the moment. That's where I'll stay for some time, I think, because it's a very juicy objective. People like to go for the airfield because it's easy to see the targets, unlike some other objectives. It will probably be the next in line. If I were bombing, I would go straight for it. They would come from the northeast, I guess. That's the closest airfield route. Meaning the player spawning airfields, of course. Attention, the enemy attacked the fortified area. The enemy destroyed the fortified area. Perfect, where I was before. Well, you cannot be everywhere at the same time, right? the jet seems apparently very safe. Oh, and I thought I had seen something, I don't know. We are 2,000 and a half. I would actually go 3,000 for this plane. The enemy destroyed the defensive line. They're now attacking to the north. I see something there. Yes. Fighter hiding in the clouds. Makes me think German, the altitude of it mainly, but certainly worth checking out. It will probably come out there on the other side. Honestly, I think it's the same thing as me. It looks like a focus, but I'm not 100% sure. Very hard to spot now that's south of the clouds. Opposite of how it should be. Fortunately, it's very far and moving away, whatever the hell it is. And well, the heading of it doesn't really scream enemy to me. That's more interesting. Heh, find it again after the turn. Oh, oh, no. So damn hard. This plane didn't overheat so much over there. At this point, he might have turned. I better stay on the objective. Still movement in the clouds. That looks bigger. Where am I heading right now? Southwest. Okay, friendly BF. I'll try to stick with him. Flying even higher than me. I think I saw some movement. It'd be engaging by the way it's moving, it's not impossible. I'm not overheating at this altitude, you see? Now we are 3,000, more or less, and 3,000 is correct operating altitude for the Focke-Wulf, finally. Apparently also the BF, look how he moves fast, it's no worry for tampering with that guy. What the heck is he doing? acrobatics. Well, if you maneuver like that, it will be difficult to put it into formation. Fokker Wolf, yeah man, Fokker Wolf indeed. We're fucking the wolves. You can tell it's a Focke Wolf because it's 3,000 feet high. No, I mean meters, of course. Because we're German, we use the metric system. Found some friends, finally. The server is less full, unfortunately, but James is coming, so we will have fun eventually. I intended to play DCS, didn't work. Ah yeah, Nix, I'm streaming with Streamlabs OBS, but it doesn't seem to make all that difference. I had come under the impression, from what you were telling me, that OBS Streamlabs would be way cooler, like have all notifications of all sorts and special effects. Apparently it seems exactly the same, apart from the time that I had to waste on setting it up properly. Deadly guns, yeah. Well, the first sortie that I did, I tried to raid the airfield and the guns were a bit underwhelming. Also, I tested the guns on a wooden bridge and they did nothing to it either. But I guess against a plane that is actually in the air, they should prove effective. We're all overlooking the airfield because it's very likely that the enemy will attack it. Very likely at this point. We already destroyed the other objectives in this area. So there's 3 of us currently here. I counted 2 fighters in addition to mine. And they're constantly diving like they're shooting something, but there's nothing underneath from what I see. I now know how to change the contrast. Look at this. I don't know which is better, to tell you the truth. Let's try to put it more clear. I mean, lighter. Might be a positive. I don't know. I feel it's okay. Where are we now? I lost some altitude, huh? I'm 2,500 now. You have to set up the notification box. You can even customize the animation itself. But you're speaking about the alert box, that one. I think it's named the alert box. I have it. But it doesn't seem to interact with Facebook like at all. Maybe it's just for Twitch. I mean, you use it, so it won't be just for Twitch. How did you configure... How did you configure the alert box? I mean, the stream code. Did you input the stream code yourself, or did you link the app to Facebook by entering the password? Because there were both options, but the second apparently was just for multi-streaming. I don't know. He wanted to stream you to Twitch first and foremost, and then add possibly the Facebook link. So I disabled the option and actually input my code myself. Perhaps that's the reason it's not giving notification and the like. Man, no one counts this well. It works well. Okay. Well, that's something strange then, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. It's the alert box, right? The one that by default has a little running zombie that gives the notification. That's the default graphics of it. Ah, okay. Maybe it's that. I input the code myself. It might be that it doesn't let it interact. But if I do it like that, what happens is that it links up with Twitch first and foremost, and then lets me link to Facebook as well. And in practice I would be multi-streaming, which okay is not bad in theory, but it's not what I want to do. Maybe it doesn't do it for you because you never connected Streamlabs OBS to Twitch, I guess. Might be that. Should try to disconnect it. I cannot believe that no enemy counts for the objective. Ah, they have. Okay, it's been bombed. The famous last words. I saw the bomb explosion. So now all the various fighters that we have in the area will dive for that PA2. Let's try to come first. Already he's diving actually. And he's diving too. No, yes, that's Russian. Okay, that's a yak I think. Anti-air is firing. We finally found our battle. And that's a yak. That's the BF. Okay, that's a yak. I cannot do that turn. Wait. I'm way faster than him. Ah, he crashed. Okay. They don't want us to have fun together today. I guess he got damaged. But who bombed that? Because that wasn't the doing of the yak. That probably is the P2. Okay, so we will have the tagger nut to crack, it seems. He might get me with the rear cannon. Ah, there's another fighter, wait. No, never mind. Let's go for the PA2, increase this power. So many goddamn camo pattern. That's actually the American bomber, right? It's the A-20, I think. Well, it wasn't a 110, that's for sure. Also, a 110 wouldn't be bombing out friendly objective, no? Ah, it's dead. Then I killed it. Should have killed it. I mean, that was my doing. I did use for Twitch once, YouTube too, but then I disconnected them and went for Facebook only. Ah, yes, if I disconnect the others, it will work properly, I assume. They get points. But that's stupid, I downed that A20. So not only it's hard to find the enemy, it's hard to get recognition for the kills that you actually do. Oh. Strange livery. It's got a different wing. You gotta be patient with this game. Action eventually counts. You gotta be patient. I think it's Russian, but I'm not 100% sure. But the altitude of it seems to imply that. I know like I'm flying high currently. No, it's a German. It's going down actually. The Banaria pills work. What's this guy say? The Banaria pills working. Okay. Have you tried to unload any stream team? They have so many cool ones. And animated one for free. No, I have. Okay, there is also many have died with corona. Ah, it was we have an explanation of the coronavirus. Now I want to read it, wait. Once I stabilize, I go read the chat. The enemy is trying to interrupt the railway service. Requires cover. 1908. That's too far. They destroyed the objective in any case. Right under our noses. Probably was the guy that I killed. And didn't get points for. So not only I didn't get points for it, he didn't even save the objective. Okay, we got ahead for the north it seems. Defend the railway stations at this point. What was that guy saying? Okay, the reason so many have died with corona is people are treating it wrongly. So lots and lots of people took drugs that they shouldn't have, which got rid of the fever, which is your body response and slows it down instead of infection spread. We got a doctor here. Which is why in Italy the rates are slightly different when it comes to ages. Ah, because we take Okay. Take Paracet if you are healthy. I've been told it's not bad, and ironically, I might have it too. But it feels like a cold. Unironically, yes it. I think Chinese people have better immune system. They survived all kind of diseases. That's not bad for you. Bad for people with other illnesses. Psychological warfare. Okay. So we got it solved. You just don't cure the virus, and then you get cured by the virus itself. Because your body takes care of it. Us Italians really got it wrong. We take too many medicines. Like the Chinese. They survive many illnesses, unlike us. This guy is a genius. We should make a website about that. Saving millions of people's lives with it. There's so many easy solutions going around, no? About the coronavirus. I was reading on Reddit like the other day, the enemy region 1409 has been destroyed. They were speaking about something that apparently would change everything, no? There was this video of a medical professional, I don't know, that was explaining how to use a single ventilator for 2 patients affected by the coronavirus, no? Like you build this valve that actually splits the outgoing air and sends it to the lungs of 2 different people. And everyone was screaming to hell and back, this is how you save more people, why aren't they doing it? The big companies don't want people to know the truth. It's so easy to jerry-rig a ventilator to work with 2 people. And then a single person came, no? Apparently a doctor, and he said, yeah, you can attach a ventilator to 2 people, but it will never work. I mean, physically you can do it, but 2 people breathe at a different rate. They might have a different stage of the illness. You cannot just use a single valve to treat 2 people at the same time. So yes, it was completely stupid, but go explain it to the thousands of people that already had upvoted and clamor for this post-legitimacy to hell and back. Everyone is providing solutions. Like also now the guys that are 3D printing components for these ventilators, because apparently we are out of the original components and they're 3D printing substitute components. In theory it's a good idea. The problem is that this thing costs a lot for a reason, because they got tested for the longest time. You're actually paying for the test that they made. What the fuck is that? So you can do something like that, but you take responsibility. It's not like it's assured to work correctly, and if it doesn't, you're actually killing people. It's not a small detail, it's the entire matter. Internet is full of geniuses, as always. Okay, what I'm looking at here is a bomber that has been shot down. Now we have to understand if by a friend or an enemy. It's pretty far to tell. Doesn't look particularly German to me. No, it is. Okay. It was. It's a weird atmosphere out there. Ah, James is back. Some people almost going about their lives normally, and some people looking pretty paranoid. Yeah, replace the song with all paranoid and you would have Italy right now. Now it's crazy here. They say we are farther ahead, so we'll be waiting for you guys. It becomes like everyone watches you badly, like you might be their killer actually, one moment or another. And then you have the police roaming the streets, no? Just looking around. And you get a bit paranoid about the police itself, like what they might ask of me. You have your documents studying the business for which you're going around, but it's not like you're certain they're not giving you problems. They are after all finding and even arresting a lot of people, I don't know. They do it for our good, of course, but it's still scary. Giants. I've been finding 0 targets. It's the most boring thing. If you don't come online like very soon, I'll be going to play single player. It's just hopeless today, even though we have about 50 people. But you know that the size of the map in this game. Okay, we have a contact there. Spotting is good today, yeah? Probably because I set my contrast better. You see the shimmering, you don't see the shape at that distance, but you see the shimmering. Now lets you find the bird. Plus that's very visible apparently on top of the trees, so I'm not afraid of losing it. I think it's a friendly bomber, but you never know. Oh shit. No, okay, it's there. As soon as I got past the woods, it started disappearing. And I still see it. Wait, I used the... I don't know. It's worth checking out for sure. Increase this throttle or I'll never catch it. Combat mode. We are heading towards a friendly target. Could be a good sign. Twin engine, okay, we know it's a twin engine. If we were friendly, in my opinion, it wouldn't be heading in that direction. Let's try to stay low, it's less likely that he might spot me if I'm low. I mean, at this point I'm not attacking from correct positioning in either case, I'm too low. I might as well try to go with a stealthy approach. Unless we discover it's a 110, and then I will probably start to kite because, yes. Whenever will I score? No, I don't want to do emergency mode. Okay, it's a PA2 because he's shooting me. Will he die? That's the true question. I don't think so. Wait. One engine is stopped. No, why did he change the view? These things are hella dangerous. One engine was stopped. I saw the engine. The engine was stopped. Could be a P-47. No, it was a P-2. The engine one was stopped. The other I don't know. He might have some trouble returning to base, that's for sure. Okay, finish spectate. I'm going to bomb. With this lack of targets, I'm going to bomb. Let's go to bomb the railroad station, I guess. Or the bridge. Well, from here. But for this kind of mission I would go 110. I won't pick the big one yet. Hey, hi Shanchuan. Thank you for joining the comments. Yeah, you know, I know. I underestimated the thing. I know, man. I should have died on it. I was really asking for trouble. And where is a green 110? I know. We don't have a green camo. Apparently not. This is greenish. Let me see. I'll pick this one. And I'm going to put on it the two 500 pounds bombs. Like this. Okay. Some mistakes were made. Do you think he will die? I don't know. One engine was gone. And he was leaking something. Let me see. Well, not yet. This hasn't been the best session up to now, but there's still time to improve. I wasn't sure it was a P2, that's the thing. I didn't enter in a frame of mind the correct attack route, because only at the very last time... Here it is, I destroyed it. Zarok destroyed Stefan. So finally we have a kill. No, because I did destroy it. I felt like it. I think I have stopped both engines actually. It's even too long, he managed to keep it in the air. You can actually watch the engine starting procedure from this, I think. Well, apparently not. I closed the canopy, right? Yeah. From your flight of the Ju-88 yesterday, the gunner crew will spot the pilots and call it out. We spot for the pilots and call it out, yeah. Oh, watch out. He always does that. Because you gotta open the throttle, otherwise don't... Okay. Second engine inertia starter wheel. I don't know, these indicators don't change. What a disappointment. Now it changes. Okay. So this plane, everything automatic, only you have a radiator. Okay. I'll take off straight. Should work. Ah, you was telling that from the side of that guy, meaning that he spotted me because the gunners saw me. Yeah, possible, very possible. Yeah, you're right. That was also something that I should have accounted for. Also, they're AI, so they don't make mistakes. It's 100% sure that they will tell you in advance the fighter is coming. At least I killed him. What can I tell you? It's always dangerous to attack these things, though, huh? We do have a gunner as well now. It's not as dangerous as theirs. Should I attack the southern tank group or the bridge? I would go for the bridge. Hey, James! Hi! It's you, right?
Hello?
Hello? Hi!
Your music, well, it says you're talking, but nothing's coming out.
Hey, hi!
No, your
Oh.
volume's set to 0 or something.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Check your Discord volume.
Okay, wait. Well, not that you can hear me. So, radiator, overheat, so stabilize the plane, increase to... Okay. Edge of combat. Should keep straight while I try to fix it. I'll just restart the Discord, I guess. Probably it's the easiest way. That's the problem I usually have. Could have happened because I started the other app. Hello? Hi?
Still the same.
No, huh? Voice and
I can't hear
video,
anything you say.
attività vocale. Check. I can hear myself. I can hear myself in the test of Discord. Maybe it's you. Try restart. Speaking like Tarzan now. Will you try restart?
Well, it's not a problem at my end. Sound device is set correctly here. I can hear everything from Windows.
Okay.
Got it set to the right.
Then we're gonna have a bad time, I guess. Hello? Hi? Voice and video.
But nothing that you're saying is coming through.
Hello? Wait. Hi? No? It's not going to be. Hello? No. Hi? Can you hear? I think if I can hear myself, it should work. Hi? Where can I go and test the microphone? Like any...
Nothing.
It's really loud. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you, I was testing the microphone, thank you. And now
Nope.
can hear me in another Discord. It's you. Sorry. I'm sorry to tell. Okay, where are we heading? We're heading the wrong way, that's where we're heading. Even dangerous to have attacking AI. Yeah, you're right, Nix. Let's go and bomb this target.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, hi, hello,
Hang on a second.
can you hear me? This is typical.
Oh, shit.
Even when you use Skype, did I hear an oh shit?
Hang on a second.
Hello.
Fucking nose guard is falling out my vibe.
Something wrong, apparently. I mean, if you work in the test, it should have worked here too. I'm overeating, eh? I'm pushing this plane a bit too much. Go with the
Okay.
radiator. Hey, hi.
Yeah, hi.
Okay, you hear me now.
Yeah, I don't think I've got
Okay. What
got that
happened?
long though. I don't know.
Well, okay, as long as you were. Discord is strange sometimes.
Got maybe half an hour or something.
Ah, well, okay. It's been a bit of a slow match. There are about 50 people online, but apparently it's not enough to have fun on this server. Not really. I'm flying mostly alone. We're flying mostly alone to the point that now I picked a bomber and I want to bring down an objective or possibly even two, depending. I will go for the bridge first, drop a bomb. If a bomb is enough, I'll drop the second one on the southern tank group. I guess a bridge should go down with a bomb. I saw it earlier while flying with the Focus. It was a very rickety bridge. It will go absolutely under with one bomb. Flying Germans, huh? Go to the German side, as you know, well, you watch the stream. Wings of Liberty, as always, is the only populated server.
Oh, it's quite full.
How many now?
72.
Ah, they connected now then. Okay, but still I find few people. I don't know. Okay, together we'll certainly have more luck. Heading for the bridge objective right now.
What are you flying?
110.
Oh, you should have taken a JU-88, just carpet bombed it.
I could have, but I haven't because no reason, really. I started with 110, I don't know. I felt more in a 110 state of mind, so to speak.
Is it Vitebsk that you're trying to attack?
No, I'm actually... No, Vitebsk is friendly for the Germans because it's blue, right? I don't have it wrong.
Is it railroad station or something?
Bridge. It just says bridge. It's in 20...
Let's see that.
No, wait, 2110. Yeah. East of the
where's
southern
that?
tech group. I'm now 2208. Not so far from it.
I can't see this bridge objective. It's like...
Scroll them up.
I don't know.
2110. What do you have in 2110?
2110. Nothing. There's nothing there.
Have you joined the match to the German side yet?
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand it. I clearly have it on my map. Well, it's a
there we go.
bridge.
Yeah, I can see it, yeah.
The task is
Okay.
completed. The enemy railway station is destroyed. Good.
Well, fuck their railway station.
You're going to... Ah, no, I thought you was going for another railway station. You're not in the area. There is one
no.
more. I think there's supposedly priority objectives, but it would have been very far from where I was.
I'd do the same as you. Just like try and...
I'm going with the
Bomb.
bomber because dogfights there is none. It's completely deserted. I don't know. They must be clustering somewhere else, and I haven't found the place yet.
I told you what happened last time after you left. Did I?
Not sure. Well, you attacked the airbase and you killed the...
Yeah,
That
I
one.
flew to their
Yeah,
airfield.
then you told me, yes.
It was like it was a bit of a mess, really. Like I shot one guy down, got shot
Well,
on another,
well,
shot two planes on the ground,
It sounds fun.
and then a 109 managed to take off and like climbed directly towards me and shot me down.
It's more or less what I was looking for today, but apparently I haven't had much luck. Only intercepted a P2 and it ended up in bot dead, actually, so not the best outcome.
Did you try going to the airfield?
I did, but I never have luck with that. That was the first thing I did because I couldn't find anyone. And with the Focke-Wulf, I was strafing, I found that target. Unfortunately, there was a tree in front of it, from the direction from which I come. But I was sure I had hit him. In any case, he must have despawned or something because I didn't get the kill.
You can't. If you're gonna attack their airfield, you can't hang around.
No,
It's like
no, that I know. But actually, they had destroyed. I think the machine gun hit the top of the tail because while I was doing the first pass, it already was saying structural breakup. And then I looked behind, and the tail was missing a piece, and I went straight to the ground. And well, that's the end of the story. Really. Not very different from the story with the PA2. Where is this bridge? It's supposedly in front of me.
I've had that where you try to pull up, and it's just like, oh yeah, the tail's not there anymore.
Something like that, yeah. Something like that.
It's not great, but
this is the bridge. Okay, I found the bridge. I think 1-5. Oh, what is this sound? Ah no, I thought it was coming from the plane. It was you moving on your chair. I think. I thought they were attacking me. I think 500 bomb should be enough for this bridge. It's a smallish one. It seems made of wood. I hope I hit most of all. Because it's a bit narrow, but if it goes into the water, it will still damage the bridge. I wanna do it in a very safe way. I'll dive for it. It doesn't got much defenses. It has some anti-air, but actually look very weak. Like it shot only a single streak of bullets and didn't go very far. So let's drop this bomb and see what happens. And it will be just one. Ooh, the anti-air is shooting, and he hit me a bit, but like I said, didn't damage me much. The bomb was right on target, and I think the objective is gone because yeah, there's not any bridge left. Let me see. Yes, indeed. Then I turn to the southern tank group and drop my second bomb. Okay, destroy the automobile bridge. The automobile is a specific type of bridge. The one for the automobiles. You could tell with a truck, they turn you around.
Yeah, I mean, what they probably mean with that, it sounds silly, but like there are various bridges that wouldn't take tanks.
No, I know, you're right. It was made of wood, basically.
Yeah.
So much that they tried to strafe it with the Focke-Wulf earlier, with no success. Are they actually hitting me from the ground emplacement? No, they're not. Some bullets went to the wings. Yeah, I have some holes, but nothing serious. The task is completed, the bridge is destroyed. Okay, then the second bomb will be for the southern tank group, but I gotta find the tanks, the actual tanks, because when I go to these objectives, so often I bomb the wrong thing. It's very typical, actually.
You will be able to see tanks on the ground, but they're quite hard to spot.
I bet. Well, with that zoom, maybe.
Yeah, it takes a lot of zooming. Like they're really small and they're not very distinctive. If you see what I mean.
I do. I know. I experience firsthand.
I haven't turned up the pre-rendered frames. I forgot to do that, but
try. You can do it even during gameplay. I did it like that.
Can you?
NVIDIA control panel. It's worth it. You scroll down. 3D options. I left it on actually for every game. It seems to help. Unfortunately, I didn't help with DCS. I spent an hour before coming online to stream to try and make DCS work because I really wanted to play it, but no luck. I had like 20 frames per second without streaming. Completely impossible to play. I don't know why.
VR pre-rendered frames, you said.
Controlled by the application, no?
It's set to 1 right now.
Ah, no, you already have it to 1, and then probably won't change much. I had set it to 1 at first, then I set it to 2, but I don't think it made that much difference. The big difference came from removing control by the application. I think this
I'm going to set it to 2.
Try.
I think it's about the same, like 75, 80 FPS.
I'm now running below that. I'm about 40. Today is a bit worse than yesterday, but it's playable. 40 is playable. Okay, this would be the location of the tanks. They're supposedly on my side of the river, I think. I see no tanks. I see little houses.
I think they might move.
Ah, so they won't be here anymore. That would explain.
So, I mean, there's a bridge. You might want to try checking that bridge out. They might try and cross at the bridge or something.
I'm
I don't know
turning
what-
around the objective now. Low artillery.
Then-
If a fighter comes, it will look very ugly. One bridge has
think they're
already been destroyed, by the way.
Yeah. I think the vehicles are not very intelligent. They're given like a pre-programmed route, and they just follow that route. But of course, we don't know what that route is, so we don't know where they're going to go.
Well, that's annoying.
So I think it's whoever sets up the server that sets like where they go, basically.
In fact, these are always the last objective that be destroyed, and now I understand why. I don't find them. Let me keep looking. It's been a continuous looking for team this session.
I mean, trains are easy because they move, but there are only two directions they can go on the track.
Yeah.
And you follow the track in one direction. If it's not that way, it's the other way. You know?
So, well, if they were following the road, they would be coming towards our location, the location of our
Yeah,
bases, I guess.
But tanks don't have to follow the road, but if they want to cross the river, they would have to go over the bridge, wouldn't they?
Yes.
If they
And
can't go to
then,
the
would
water-
they fan out again or proceed from there?
I don't know really.
No, me neither, in fact, and I don't find it.
I doubt they would get very far because they do about 10 kph. So they wouldn't be more than a kilometre or two away
How
from
long
where it
has
says
this
they
map
are.
been going? Let me see. Round dancing 1 hour. Well, but I don't know when it started, so this will tell me later. I'll keep
Okay,
overflying the
so-
objective. Southern tank groups is where I am now, with a bomb still to drop because only
Yeah,
one
I'm heading
was there.
towards there now. I'm just south of it.
You know, this series of bridges that are by the objective seem to imply that the tanks cross at the same time on different bridges. So if they did,
There's a broken bridge here.
there's one broken. Yeah.
Is that the one that you killed?
Where are
It's
you right
in
now?
2109.
2109. No.
Yeah.
So you're here. No,
Yeah,
no.
more or less.
The other
I can
one was in a different location, but this has been
There's a-
bombed by someone.
There's a bridge here that's been destroyed.
Yes, and I was thinking that these bridges, there's like 3, might have been the one crossed by the tanks, which would put them on
Maybe,
this side
yeah.
of the ridge, of the river. I don't
They'd be
see
going. They'd be going west if they were Russian, wouldn't they?
That's the same I was thinking, but I don't see any tank whatsoever. It's been a running theme with this session, unfortunately.
It could just be in a field. They will go across fields and stuff. They don't have to stay on the road.
They should tell us what they're attacking. Ah, they did! Look at the map, there's an arrow. I think that's the direction the tanks are meeting. There's an arrow steaming from the tanks.
Yeah, they could be
Northwest,
north
because
from
they're
there, yeah.
supposed to meet with the other tanks. So, potentially, they will be in the middle now. After so much time has passed from the beginning of the map. Or in any case, towards it. Let me try and find it. I wonder why they needed these bridges then. Well, maybe they were coming from the south. It doesn't tell us their previous route. So I will go at the place where the arrows meet.
They will have come from where it shows them on the map, initially. That's where they would have been
Yeah.
first of all.
But I don't see, you know what I don't see? Bridges here that they would have had to cross to go to their actual objective.
Oh, there's a couple of bridges they could have crossed, but they would have, if they headed north, like northwest, they'll be somewhere, like where I am basically, somewhere.
The mystery of disappearing tanks. Attention, the enemy attacked the fortified area of Vitebsk. They're at Vitebsk right now.
I thought I saw some scorch marks on the ground, but it's shadows of trees.
Something on this town. I'm now at Tsargo-Zaminsky by a river, if you see it. There's some signs of battle, but I don't see it anymore. Like these scorches on the ground, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit south of there.
Okay, so you will be behind me. I'm going to the point where the arrows meet, basically. But there's nothing there either. At this point I might head for a different objective because I'm not that far from the northern tank group. And well, let's see if I can find these.
Oh dear.
The south
They've
group of
destroyed
two-
everything.
Ah, okay. Well, let's try to give back something to the ground troops, at least if we can find this
Oh yeah, you
tank.
see where the two arrows meet?
Yeah, I'm there, basically.
Okay.
I'm to the west of it. If the map is almost over, it's possible that the tanks... Yeah, there's a tank here. Yeah, they're at the meeting of the arrows. I found a tank. I dropped my bombs on it, I guess. My bomb, singular.
Can you tell me which square you're in, or
Wait,
sub-square or whatever?
yeah, as soon as I drop the bomb on the tank, it's a bit of an overkill. There's plenty of tanks here, at least
Near,
three.
near that town, right? 'Cause there's like a bridge near that town.
Yeah,
Is it near there?
I should have killed the tank, I think. I am at the meeting of the arrows, perfectly there, in the middle.
Okay, I'm coming through there
1908.
now.
I dropped the bomb. There is
Yeah.
at least 3 tanks. One should be dead, I hope. Our
they-
airfield is also under attack.
Are they on the road, or
No,
in a
no,
field?
by the woods. By the woods. You can see the big bomb crater there where I dropped mine. And they should be close by. Now I don't find
don't
them
see any-
anymore.
There's not a wood here. I'm going away from some woods.
You see the river by the 1908 number? To the east of
Yeah.
it, the meeting of... Right on
there's
top.
a-
It's
like,
actually, I dropped the bomb where
woods.
the arrows meet. And that's where I spotted the
I
tank.
think I see. Yeah.
I got the kill. It's impossible that he survived. Yeah, I think this
I
is
see
a
at least one thing.
No,
Oh, there's.
destroyed the
Yeah, I
gearbox.
see 3 tanks in the field.
Destroyed. Yeah, this. No, I didn't kill it. I don't know how. I didn't kill it. The bomb was
You-
right on target.
You've got to hit them exactly.
No, I think I did. It was also a pretty big bomb. It
It's-
looked like even overkill, actually. I guess.
Oh shit! I see a single engine here.
Ooh,
I'm not sure what it is.
where? Try to give me
Where those arrows are.
where the arrows are. How
Yeah.
high?
Low.
Ooh, low makes me think Russian.
I can't see these tanks anymore.
I know, me neither. I still see the big hole I made in the ground. I think it's that. No. Yeah, it's that. No, this is just trees. I don't see that either. I don't know.
I think they might have gone into the woods, in which case we'll never fucking find them.
Where is this single engine you spotted?
He was going north
Oh.
from where the 2 arrows meet.
I don't know if it's worth to go and land. It's almost over after all.
No, it's not worth it.
I'll remain here and cover you. Maybe we can do some combat at the very end. I keep looking for these tanks. If I see them, I'll tell you. I don't know. It's possible that I still don't see you. We're flying pretty big planes after all.
Is that objective still there? Or the tank's disappeared? No, it's still there. It says they're still there.
It was by the big forest. Ah, maybe here. Yes, that's the actual crater. No, neither. I think the crater actually disappeared.
I think they do after a while.
The
yeah.
only explanation I can find for the fact that I didn't kill the tank is that they move much faster than I expected.
They don't move very fast though.
But they disappear. They were here. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I saw them, and then like the next second they were gone.
Maybe they despawn because the map is over. Annoying as it is. I cannot find you. I'll go to Vitebsk. Maybe someone will be attacking
Just putting my
Vitebsk.
lights on for a second. There we go, my lights are on.
Ah. Lights on, huh? Here you are.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Turn them off. Turn them off. This is dangerous. I lost you again.
I'm over the river now, heading south.
Over the river heading south.
hmm
Ah, so you must have moved to my left. Here you are.
South of that big,
I
south of that
found,
big river
found,
now.
found, thanks to the river position. Ah,
You
now
found
that I
ta-
have a plane in front of me, meaning you, I will try to play with the contrast settings. Never mind, it's
Jesus.
over. Well, at least we start on a new map. This has been mostly boring for me.
Mm.
Little action, at least in the end. I got 8 points. Well, I did destroy the Pier 2, I did bomb a bridge, and that's the extent of it. Not much for 1 hour and a half.
Oh, that's not a long session though for this game.
No, that's
No, I know what you mean, but
No,
yeah,
no. Well, but also, no, playing War Thunder makes your attention shorter. Now I'm used to killing 5 people in half an hour. It's a bit disheartening, but I mean,
playing War Thunder gives you ADD.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Like,
you remember the war?
Hyperactive and distracted.
Yeah, you need to
How many
kill
kills for 5 minutes,
constantly. That's the thing. It gives you. You feel very, very unhappy. When
I tell you what though, when I've played lots of like FPSs like Battlefield or Doom or whatever for like a few months, I can feel that I'm less, more stupid. Like I try and play something.
No, not necessarily. Right? That's exaggerated. Where is the action?
You're just not used to thinking. You try and do something complex when you.
No,
games, and you're like, oh,
the pure deathmatching game don't have anything of the sort. Maybe the Battlefield, if you play with a squad, you can do some tactics, but you have to play with friends, basically.
Tactics are not really very complicated in Battlefield, though, to be honest.
No, well, maybe team composition, more like. The problem is that the problem with the FPS is that everyone knows the maps by heart, so they basically know where you will be coming from, and they expect any kind of outcome is already planned.
Okay, so I'm going to take a Ju-88 and attack that transport column in.
And then I'll come with you. Let's do this bomber mission together. Okay, and we're going for. This is a better map. It's smaller. They will intercept us 90%, 100%. They will kill us.
Holy shit!
They will kill us.
I can get 4 times 500 bombs, man.
Okay, where are you spawning from?
The southernmost airfield.
Marfovka.
Let me just check. I think so, yeah.
So, the Ju-88, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Double bomb.
So,
which bombs are you carrying? The 4 times 500.
4 times 500, so I'll probably have a lot of trouble taking off, to be honest. I might
probably
not make
me too. Let's try. Do we care for camo patterns here?
You should do a fighter.
Ah, you want escort?
Well, if you want to fly bomber, then we can both die.
Well, that's also true. So you pick the bomber first. I'll go with the fighter then. Okay, Marfovka. No. Okay, I'll pick the Maki. No, I have the Maki here. I can be the Italian, so I'm actually glad for the occasion. And I carry a couple of bombs because what the hell? Why not? two 100T bombs. What are these? 100 kilograms general purpose bomb. 2 bombs, 100 kilograms. That's not bad for a fighter. Let's try this Macchi bomber roll. The Italian bomber.
You can use the Mackey's useless spaghetti guns on them.
Also, yeah. Why not?
It's just got machine guns. It's fucking useless, to be honest.
Really?
It's objectively like not as powerful as an FW-190 with cannons on.
Okay, I like the idea. They will allow for a major show of skill. Despite that, I will shoot with such accuracy that the enemy won't have the occasion to retaliate.
Does it have the option for cannons?
I didn't think so. No, I don't think so.
Right, so I'm gonna need like 50% flaps for takeoff and just like as much room as I can get, and basically.
Are you with the polka dots camo pattern or the one with no camo pattern?
No, the one with no camo.
Okay,
the polka dot one is not me.
Okay.
I'm just plain green. I'm moving out now.
Me too. I'll go first. I guess I'm the fighter after all.
I'm going to turn left to take off. That looks like there's more space that way.
The cabin of this plane is so hella strange. It's like they made things different for no reason, no? You have the throttle is inverted. The clutch, no, the stick, basically it's just a stick. It doesn't look like a plane control device. It's a stick with a button on top. Then you have a huge, I think it's the compass, with written in Italian radiogoniometro, meaning it's a radio instrument actually. And apparently it was so important that the writing takes more space than the instrument itself in the cockpit. I don't know why they were like this.
Yeah, I took off. Awesome.
Me too. I'm a bit heavier with these big bombs under the wing.
I thought I wasn't going to make it, to be honest.
You're streaking a lot of smoke behind you.
Yeah,
and also losing altitude fast. Watch out.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of trees. Watch out.
I'm slowly gaining speed, but
No,
not
you
really.
are, you are. You will make
Oh,
it.
I'm going the wrong way. Unfortunately, that's not good.
No, well, true, and me as well, but I won't turn away because then I will never find you again. By knowing this game.
Oh shit! Oh shit! That's not good.
What happened?
I tried to throttle back a bit, and it's just like starting to sink again. Doesn't like.
Yeah.
Doesn't like.
No,
turning
but
at
it's
same
the same
time.
when I flew it yesterday. I know how it is. Typical
Yeah,
with
so
that plane.
it's doing like 240 kph just above the stall. I'm like,
Are you
this
in
is not-
takeoff or climb mode right now?
Continuous for now.
Ah, continuous. Well, that's
Climb
pretty
mode,
ambitious at that altitude. I would go at least climb.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to climb mode. The thing
Ah.
is, it dies really quickly if you stay in takeoff mode.
Really? No, takeoff
Like
mode I didn't use it almost at all, but climb mode I kept it on for a while.
Yeah, that's what you should do. The engines just shit themselves if you stay in takeoff mode for more than like 1 minute.
Ah, typical.
Well, this is the Junkers Umo engine. It's a lot different than like a DB601 that the 109s have.
More durability?
It's like an engine with lots of torque, but it's meant to run at low RPMs and
Okay.
not like it's not meant for like continuous high speed operation, if you see what I mean.
So less durability actually. Okay.
It's probably more durable. It's just that you have to run it within its parameters. If
You
see what I
have
mean.
to, well, with like every engine, of course. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the DB601, 602, and 603 are kind of the same. Like you can't operate them outside their range, really.
I see.
I mean, you know, most of the 109s have very limited amounts of emergency power.
That's absolutely true. I know. I never used the emergency mode. It breaks the plane in 2 minutes.
I mean, I think the G6 you can run emergency power almost indefinitely, but it's also a very heavy plane.
Ah, the
They put
G6 can? Ah,
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
about it.
It's a different engine, but they put lots of armor in it, so it can't really climb as hard, which means it kind of has all the disadvantages of a 109 and none of the advantages really. Like it can't climb, and it can't turn.
That's not good.
It's
That's
kind
not
of
the best feature for a plane.
I think some of the Gs and some of the Ks were meant for attacking like the B-17, B-24 formations. So they had lots of armor, so they could do like head-on passes.
Starting to move faster. You're accelerating.
Yeah,
What's your
yeah,
speed right now?
320 kph.
Ah, that's not bad.
So I think that before the Americans got their escort act together, they felt that like head-on passes by heavily armed FW-190s and 109s were like the best option to split up formations, because if you can get them to break a bit, then you can get into a B-17 formation and pick off the stragglers, you know.
Yeah,
But then the Americans started bringing in P-47s and P-51s, and that was kind of over. Because the thing is, once they'd done their head-on pass, they would dive head-on. They would kind of go in a shallow dive towards the B-17s or B-24s, and then after that they'd have to climb behind them and then go all the way around and get.
That's
set up
a
the
climbing
head-on.
BF is very easy to pick out for a Mustang or Thunderbird.
Any plane, you know, while it's climbing, you know, especially a heavily armored one like these, you know.
They slow
easy
down a
pickings,
lot.
you know.
I never
Yeah,
thought
and,
about it. Yeah.
I mean, it did work for like I think 3 or 4 months. The strategy worked. I forget what they called it, but they had a special name for it.
The German tactic, you mean? Huh?
Yeah. I think it was Wilde Sau.
I don't know.
Like
wouldn't know.
means wild pigs or wild boars. But you know that kind of failed because after the Americans started bringing in escorts, they had to have escort planes to escort the Wilde Sau planes, and then at that point they started having quite heavy losses. If you see what I mean.
I do. I don't see you. I don't see you anymore, though.
I'm right here. Lights on, lights off, lights on, lights off.
Wait, I'm doing a turn because I think I overflew you. You're heading for the transport column?
Yeah. I'm in 0807 keypad 6.
0807, keep at 6.
Hey, you see there's like a lagoon? I'm on the southern side of that lagoon,
Okay,
heading towards the coast.
where there is a town. Okay. Ah, the reason I couldn't see you anymore is that you climbed. Okay.
You see the lagoon where it goes?
No, I see you. No, I see you.
Where it goes inland.
I'm a bit behind, but I'm catching up fast.
So I want to go to the north of it and then turn right on it,
Okay.
and then basically
I'll
go down
follow
the
you
road.
and drop my bombs on the remaining targets.
Go after me if you can.
With the powerful
I've
Maki
got 4
bomber.
bombs, so 4 times 500 bombs. That's quite a bit.
There's
Can't see
something coming. There's something coming. Smoking hard, going very fast. To your 11 o'clock. Watch out. I'm trying to
I
meet
don't
you.
see it.
If you turn left, it will take longer time to intercept. Good.
He's on my right, is he?
Let me see. It's no longer pointing at you. Okay. I think it's a focus.
Yeah, I see the transport column.
Okay, it's just a focus. It's coming from
I
the
see-
wrong way, actually, attacking the transport column. Okay, now
They're
you
quite-
can do whatever you want. It wasn't an enemy.
They're quite spread out along the road, unfortunately. So
You're
I'm
going
not gonna
for
get, I'm not gonna
the
get all of them.
transport column, no?
Yeah, it's right on the coast on the right,
Yeah,
down
yeah,
there
yeah, yeah.
on that
Okay.
coastal road.
I'll be in front of you now if you turn left when I say
I'm
it.
going to turn right and then dive, and then drop
Okay.
all 4
I
of my
see
bombs.
you, I see you. Okay, I'll follow you. I'll stay behind you so I can cover you. And the ones that survive will get my bombs. This will look cooler for the stream as well, to see your bombing.
Okay, I don't know what the dive flap key is, so I'm not going to use dive flaps.
I didn't even know it had it yesterday when I flew it.
To be honest, I'm not really high enough to use dive flaps.
Which is the key to activate the level bombing scope? I couldn't do it yesterday.
I don't know, to be honest. It's in the control somewhere.
Okay, I think you got at least a couple of these things. So I'll bomb the following part of the transport column. Let me get into good alignment. Unfortunately, the road turns, so I need to have another go at it.
Any kill messages from me? I don't see any.
I don't either. I don't know. I'm not looking at the.
I destroyed a truck. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Is
Let me
this
see
fuel,
if I
is this
can
fuel
do
truck?
as much. There's one there.
Oh shit, something's firing at me.
Oh, I didn't know if that thing was friend or foe. In fact, okay.
I think
Dropping
it's
the
AA.
bombs because I cannot fight with the bombs. 1 and 2. One missed. The other I think hit.
Something straight
Yes,
in
I
the sinks.
destroyed the fuel truck. Okay. There's something turning into me. No, that's you, smoking like crazy.
Am I? What? Am I smoking?
Yes.
Oh shit,
Both
there's damage on my
engines.
wings.
Both engines. I don't see anyone attack. Yeah, you're smoking black now. Watch out. I don't see the guy attacking you, unfortunately.
No, I think it was the AA. I think the
There
AA
was
got
a
a couple of
plane
rounds on me.
passing very fast, but I'm not sure it was an enemy, actually. It could have been a friend.
Well, I think it's strafed, so it's probably friendly.
I think as well. It looked German more than Russian.
Because I saw something firing at the ground, and that's
I
not
think
gonna
I
be
strafed these trucks
enemy.
a bit, because they look fairly vulnerable, like the one where
So-
the bomb missed. Did I
Yeah.
kill it?
I'm now in 0808 keypad 5 on the deck.
Okay. Unfortunately, you seem pretty heavily damaged from just anti-air.
Yeah,
What the hell?
I am, yeah. I
What
think
the
they
hell?
well, they hit both engines definitely, and I think they hit the fuel tanks.
Okay, let me have another go at this fuel truck, then I'll come and cover you.
Gaz is calling me home.
I almost crashed, came really close. You're right, these guns
I
are
guess.
completely useless. Completely freaking useless. They just took a
Yeah,
bomb me. I don't think I can attack ground targets with
Yeah,
that.
hang on a second.
Ah, you have to answer the
Yeah,
door.
fine, yeah.
Well. Maybe I should pull out of the dive a bit sooner when I dive bomb here, because yeah,
I
almost
haven't
died.
set it up yet.
If I could damage it, I would have. Okay. Well, I don't have a particular need to return to base, except that I would like to protect James while he does. So let me see where he is. No, he cannot tell me, but he will still be flying somewhere. See the points? Yeah, I killed 2 targets, 2 vehicles.
Yeah, just bear with me.
That's interesting. Let's check it out. These are much better than map.
Yeah,
for
is it alright
action.
if I call you on Teams in like 5 minutes? So I'm doing some other stuff here. And I can't. Well, I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Yeah, I'm going to be about 5 minutes, and then
You
then
gotta
I'll
go.
get back to-
Okay.
I'm-
Speaking to me, right? Not on the phone.
I'm talking to this guy online.
Ah, okay. You tell me if you gotta go. Don't worry, man.
I'll tell him I have to go, and then I'll be with you in a second.
Okay.
No, it's not working. No. But yeah, I'll deal with him, and then I'll call you back. Because the thing is, I'm on Teams on my phone right now.
Okay.
So.
Okay, don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's
Should
now.
I speaking with?
should only be a few minutes.
I don't think he's speaking with me.
So I want to get Teams off on my desktop. So, for some reason it's going on my phone rather than on my desktop. Okay, I'll speak to you. Sorry.
He was speaking to him the entire time. I responded to.
Yeah.
What's that? I think I saw a contact.
Okay, a second. Yeah, I'll call you back in a second. Bear with me.
Try to defend a friendly objective at this point, I guess. I might even go to the airfield and get some more bombs, honestly. I'm not sure. There's nothing, yeah. Yeah, look in the direction of the artillery, friendly objective, but they will be going for the transport column first, I guess, because it's easier to kill. I'm now in hunting mode, there's no reason not to. We lost the bomber that I was covering. That's worth checking out. This is a smaller map, we will have more action here. Good, good, we like some action. God, it disappeared. Oh! Why must this be so hard? Okay. What the heck is happening there? That's anti-air firing at something, and we are above. Okay, enemy objective, but there's some combat underneath. Okay, let's check the big one first. I think it's the German bomber. Yeah, also because we are on the enemy objective, it's the German bomber. Two of them actually. Maybe I should cover these guys. They're probably the Russians, they always fly together. Wow. We got some ordnance on that. Completely raced to the ground. Okay, that's the anti-air attacking. German, flying all over. Should I try to destroy the anti-air for them? I can do it with my machine guns, I think. Unless they already took out the objective. No, apparently no. That's a BF. No, actually just a 110. Okay, moving to our objective where it's more likely to find the enemy bombers. That's the artillery. Objective. Apparently clear. Oh, 110, okay. Is he having another go at the artillery objective? That's a friendly objective, so we're looking at an enemy bomber. I see the craters he left. And I saw him flying left to right. Here it is. Okay, put the engine in combat mode. I guess we will be having some combat real soon. I think he would be retreating. Ah, here he is. He climbed. They're diving on the objective right now. Okay, I gotta be higher. I would like to bring the points on this time, so I'll strive for survival. If I get a kill, I'll try to return. I also killed a couple of ground objectives. If I return, I'll be one of the first in match. It's a big if, of course. That's 3 parts the dogfight, it seems. Being in combat mode for a bit too long, actually, yeah? A bit worried. Maneuvering pretty hard. The guy has turned on his lights, meaning basically that he's calling for help, almost assuredly. So I need to go straight at the guys. He's having some trouble with the engine. Possible PA2. Attack with care. Possible PA2 being intercepted. I think they all moved that direction. We must follow. The guy with the lights on is being shot at by anti-air above the friendly objective. That's the PA2 then. But I think it's already falling. I don't know. Sometimes people do strange maneuvering to try and avoid being hit. So it's actually possible he's doing it intentionally. Something right above it, possibly positioning for a run and zoom, boom and zoom. P2 is shooting, being shot at by 2 teams. He won't live long, this guy. He's got 3 people chasing him. Okay, we arrive a bit late. We will be witnesses rather than heroes here. Who's climbing like that? We might have a fighter cover. Something disappeared there. I could clearly see it and then it was gone. That's an enemy. Yeah, it's even being shot at by the artillery. Well, I guess James wasn't wrong about the power of this plane's guns, but that guy is not flying for much longer. Let's deliver the finish blow. I'll get a different plane after this. He was right, it's a bit underpowered. Well, I mean, I'm getting the kill at this, no matter what. Yeah? Let's try to return like I said. I want the points. Check the 6 are clear. If I land this, I have 2 ground kills and 1 plane kill. Very good, very good. Let's try. I will strive to land it. It's the most important thing in this game. And to achieve that with a Maki will make me even patriotic, no? As smogging, because I'm pushing the plane so much. Good to continue smog. We don't want to lose it like that, because I was pushing it too hard. I'm landing no matter what. This I will achieve. Where's the fuel indicator in this plane? Huh. Ah, the photograph is cool. Would be a representation of the typical Italian lady of the time, according to them. She's pretty fine looking. And well, fuel, I have no idea where it's written. Enemy transport column destroyed. Good, good. Looks like we're winning this. No, but it's best that I return because I will be low on ammo too. And also, yes, this gun sucks. I want a different plane. Unless I can change the gun. If I can swap the gun for another, I might keep it. Is James still on Discord? Ah no, he had to work. He's working from home. It's a bit risky, eh? To play with a streamer while you're supposed to be working. Well, I mean, it's not likely that everyone will ever find out, but it is a bit risky. I really like the map modeling that they did with this game. It's everything feels more to scale compared to War Thunder. War Thunder is like you're flying on top of a diorama almost. But especially with VR you have a much better sense of proportion here. Ah, how far is this airfield still? About 20 kilometers. That was the fine city of Bagherovo, by the way, if you're interested. Destroy Phantomas. I wonder if I skip to possibly second place. It's not impossible if I land I'll have second place, because I think when you land it multiplies by 10. It's not the rule though. But we'll see. Will be also an occasion of discovery. It doesn't happen often that I do a successful sortie and actually survive in this game. Imagine if I get intercepted now. No, even if they attack an airfield, they will attack Marfotka. I don't know why they would. That's how we feel in any case. I will firmly believe it. Because it plays into my plan. Our transport column is under attack. We'll soon be back in the air. What's the orientation of the runway? Anyone does whatever the hell he please. That's the typical orientation of the runway in this game. I think it's realistic in a way. Historically, they didn't really have the concept of a runway in many of these airfields. You just land in the shorter glass. It's like playing golf, essentially. Yeah. So we'll do just that. To the left of the... Where's my airspeed? To the left of the hangars. I should have looked at it earlier. I don't know my airspeed now. I'll go by eyes. Lower the gear. The airspeed. Where would you put it on an Italian plane? Go ask them. No, but it should work. It's not a difficult landing by any means. The engine is working correctly. Maybe a bit fast, maybe. I hope I stop before these houses. Well, honestly, I think it's likely. Okay, brake. Okay, I braked a bit too much. That's not going to hurt my sortie score. And now, don't do this though. Okay. Well, not a manual landing, but still, it should be good enough to get the points. I mean, an ontological. Well, you know what I mean. Not worthy of being put into a marrow sheet. Imagine if you crash into me. That would have been problematic. That's the problem with no air traffic control. 1 planes, 2 vehicles. Times 2.5, 20 points. Should put me in second place, I think. Let's see, huh? I think I'll go with something that carries bombs this time. But I'm not so sure the... Well, let's go with the jackets, what the hell. I'll go with the jackets. I'm feeling lucky after that sortie. 4 bombs. Yeah. The 4 bombs loadout will be a bit heavy. I hope I don't have that strange crosswind that made taking off so difficult yesterday with this beast. So I'm now second? No, actually I'm third, because another guy landed these points. Still third is not bad. Ignition. Well, it's not like it's an instantaneous thing, especially in one of these. James was telling me something about the way you apparently can nestle the gun sight or something like that. Would be weapon controls, I think. Apparently very useful for VR. Turret, nestle to the gun sight. Okay, bind it. I'll bind it to N, because it's nestled to the gun sight. I hope I remember it. Let me see what happens. Engine is starting. So when I... Like, no, this one is completely unusable, because how the heck do you aim? Press N? Ah. Well, it's strange, but it checks out. You can, in theory, aim with it. Not going to look perfect in VR. I still wouldn't do it, to tell you the truth. I still would trust the AI with it. One engine is started. Go with the second one. What did Jane say? Keep the throttle at the same spot and throttle by RPM, possibly. Okay, to take off with this beast, we're gonna have to follow the actual intended route, meaning that I'll turn left, I guess. Lower the flaps. I didn't ask him about the flaps, because to me it just says release. But you know, it's possible that I actually went sideways yesterday, because the thing with this is that you don't see immediate reaction when you press the brakes. It takes some time. So while trying to overcompensate, I made the plane spin. If you know that, it's not going to happen. Takeoff mode 100%. Close the shutters. Okay, take a little because it's not going straight, just like yesterday. Drop bombs delay. I don't care about the drop bomb delay at this time. And okay. Coming to 150, it should take off. It did. Let me see my heading. Okay, I got a turn. So I'll do like James did and switch to climb mode as soon as possible. It's not switching. You gotta lower the actual RPM. It's like he said. Climb mode. Okay. We're now in climb mode. I'm not trying to go too much above the trees because it will make me stall, but I think I need some takeoff mode now. Shit. It's a difficult plane to use. That's for sure. The speed is too low. Increase everything, go to the max because otherwise you're gonna die. It's simple as that. And it's actually looking very likely at the moment. Come on! It's not accelerating this shitty thing. Okay, I cleared the trees. 200. Oh my god. Engine overheat, yeah, of course. Climb mode, open the shutters, throttle back. I should turn, eventually I'll manage. Let's try to make a turn. I'll climb while I go in the correct direction at least. So, not too hard one. I'm now 200. Keep the engine in climb mode. Something's wrong. What is this? Ah, my bomb bay was open for some stupid reason. Possibly because it's set on N. That would be problematic. That was increasing the drag. Yes, the root of the problem. Okay, we are now going 200 and turning towards the enemy objectives. I will go for the artillery. It seems like a more clustered objective. More likely to actually hit it. I do another successful run and I bomb the target well. Maybe shooting some interceptors down with the turrets, we're going to score big. So let's make a serious attempt at it. Continuous mode. My god, was it scary to take off with this thing. Was it scary? Okay. Engage level flight autopilot. No need for trimming the airplane. Let me see what happens when I press N. Yeah, it opens the bomb doors, so I'll unbind it. I can open it with another button in any case. Bomb doors, okay, go away. Bomb doors gone. And I'll open them with this, and that's okay. What's that option? Gunner stations. Unlock gunner station. Ah, people may come in them and handle the guns, but they never will. I'll have to do everything myself. So we are now in gun nested mode. Well, at least you see the goddamn aim sight, yeah. Yesterday I didn't even have that. Well, in this way it's not completely impossible to... This guy, I don't know how he's supposed to hit anything. He's actually lying on the ground like... Ooh, this is bad. Completely... He breaks the... Yeah, one-to-one reference of the head. It's just as bad, probably. You can see the guy lying down. If you turn around here... No, from here you don't see him. That's the one that shoots forward, but the one even funnier... I'm him now, basically. You see where I am? I'm behind the seat. This is the worst job in the entire German aviation. He's lying down and shooting only backward like that. I guess I can see him from here. Wait. Here he is. Look at him. I guess he hates his life. My god, people were kinda crazy at the time to experience it like this. What they did and how they did it. Okay, artillery it is, we're going for that. I'll climb a bit more. Climb mode. I'm going like almost 400. You see, once it accelerates, it's just as quick as the fighters. It's only hard in the initial takeoff. Once you're in the air, what the heck am I looking at? What the heck am I looking at? Big bomber with a little friend. Direction of nothing. Ah, there's a friendly objective that way, the tanks. They might be attacking the tanks. They might be a problem later on. For now, let's think about delivering these 2 hefty bombs on the target. To tell you the truth, that looks German. And I'm not so sure. The one below, I wouldn't know. But it's attacking the tanks, so it's an enemy. Okay, let's start running for the artillery. The artillery, in practice, is... No, but I saw it earlier, it's pretty easy. By the coast, outskirts of town. You cannot miss. The pilot actually had very good visibility on this thing. Because it's like a turret, the front of the plane, no? It's bulging outwards. I guess they had the advantage when fighting for their lives against fighters. Compared to the other bombers, I mean. Just the fact that the pilot can react so well. Okay. That's the artillery objective. I think. I hope. So let's start. I'll turn at the actual cost. Should I go climb more? No, I'm not climbing, so no. Should in theory use the bomb site, I guess. But since I'm low altitude bombing, it's not essential. If an enemy comes now, it will be ugly. It would be that. These are emplacements, no? So I'll drop both bombs there. Open the bomb bay doors. And let's try to get us some Russian artillery for our collection. Ah, there's more than I spotted, you see, now they're appearing. Okay. Looking good, huh? It increases drag by quite a bit to open the bomb bay. Yeah. Okay, now. Okay, 1 bomb and 2 bombs, I guess. Okay, can't see shit from here, but I certainly did some damage. Shouldn't have looked. Okay, Zalog destroyed dugout, airfield ammo dump. Now let's attempt to return to base. What else can a bomber do after all? What's my score now? Still haven't got the points. I guess I don't see much enemies about. I should be able to get the points for this as well. So we try to land this huge beast. This has been a fairly successful run too. Up to now at least. Is that the vehicles? Only 1 building, really? Only 1 building was destroyed. I guess one of the bombs must have missed. Okay, well, 1 building, depending on the value of it, might be enough. That doesn't look like an enemy. And he seems to think that I'm an enemy, so that's a very bad sign. No, wait. No, it's turning away, okay. I should increase my speed a bit, maybe. Well, not too much. Keep it in continuous mode still. Jen's still in the match. I'm actually outscoring my hero Scott Lesnois today. Oh, what's the gunner doing? Ooh. What's the gunner doing? That's a bad sign. Here he is. But it doesn't seem to be aligning on me. The one... No, it's not moving. I'm not that far from the base now. He didn't attack. Maybe someone intercepted him in time. No, guys, I don't know how to land this thing. It might be difficult. I think James told me there were some dive flaps. Am I supposed to open the dive flaps? I know nothing about this. Holy hell. Well, we're actually landing the JU. I almost don't believe it. It's not like that's the biggest airfield, by the way. Will be a different experience, I guess. Okay, speed 300. I'm not the fastest thing in the air right now. I wonder why though. I was going faster on my way to the objective. In any case, it's good because I got a slow down for landing, so. But this is heavy. I think it won't be as twitchy in its response. It might even be easier to land. I wonder why I have an aiming sight for the pilot when the pilot cannot use weapons. No. Slowing down a bit too much and too early. Let's see our score shoot upwards once I'm safely back to the ground. Okay, start lowering the flaps. That's my speed. Above 200 is good. Should I lower the gear too? Yes, because I don't trust it. I don't know how long it takes to go down. Notice that cool compass over there. That's a cool compass. What's this? Don't annoy me while I'm doing something difficult, please. I think I'm losing too much speed too early, but no, I'll gain it again once I go down. Landing gear released. What does release mean? I don't want to hear it say released. Well, I heard it going down, so it should be there. Should try to maximize my chances. I won't head for this left of the buildings. I'll go to the right, because to the left, if I go too long, I might crash. To the right, not necessarily. And not knowing the plane. But we are 200. I don't think I'll come too fast for once. Ah, wait a sec. That's a gun emplacement. No, I gotta land there then. I risk hitting the anti-air otherwise. Okay. Now coming to 200. Oh shit. Will be too much. Okay. No. It's good, I think. Okay, brake. Brake. Pull the stick. Brake. It's heavy enough to stop early, I think. Well, momentum will keep it going, I guess, but... Yeah, I'll be returning to my beloved wife, together with my entire crew, and I didn't even break the plane for once. And this is a complete bomber mission on the Cuban map, I guess. Let's see my points from it. Unfortunately, I destroyed only one building. Let's hope it was an high-value building. So... Then I gotta go because it's late. 5 points. Multiplied by 2.5 though, huh? So, I'm now 25 points. Ah, so it was after the multiplication came to that score. And I mean, this wasn't too bad. I even shot down an enemy plane. Destroyed 2 vehicles and 1 building. So always returned alive, never died. Previous match was a bit more annoying, but mainly because not many people went online. This was satisfying. It was nice playing with giants, even if brief. I think he will come tomorrow morning as well. Tomorrow morning I'll try to be on at the same time, but honestly I might come a bit later, like this morning. If I do, I'll play War Thunder, because this is just empty in the morning. And in the afternoon, I guess I can keep going with this. I love it after all. Last 2 days have been pretty good fun. Despite sometimes, okay, at times it's just boring, but that's the thing. The game has different times. You gotta understand it. You gotta be patient with it. Thank you for watching, guys. Tomorrow, same hour, for sure Sturmovik. In the morning, perhaps War Thunder. Ciao from Italy.